Hello, Periscope. Thank you so much for being patient. You guys have been such troopers. Okay, we are back. We have sound. We have great quality. And we are back. Thank you so much for being patient. All right, tap it up. Send some hearts. Show the love. I love you all back. Go ahead, invite your followers. If you would, I am Nicole Azaán, your V.I.P coach. I'm always encouraging you to live on your best level. We're going to talk about what our best level is tonight. What does it mean to live on our best level? Understand that my best level may not be your best level. I may excel at something that you find very challenging. You may excel at something that's difficult for me. If you're great at math, I need you in my life. Numbers and I have never been best friends. If you struggle with communication or literature, you need me in your life. I'm a lover of words and writing and poetry and prose and all things literary. So my best level in math may come short or be inferior to your best level in math. That's the point, is that we are cultivating a life, that we're living on what our personal best level is. So one of the first things we need to do if we're going to live on our best level is to stop competing. It takes more energy to compete and to deceive myself into thinking that winning a competition with you betters me. The lie of competition says that if you are better than I am at a function or at a task, then you are a better person than I am. Or if you are a better individual, you're a better fill in the blank for whatever is appropriate for your role. It's the lie of competition. At the end of the day, competition with someone else still doesn't change your life. It doesn't mean that you're living on your best level because you win a competition. If I'm able to excel in competition against you, but it's still not my personal best, I've done myself a disservice. So we don't want to compete. We don't want to compete with other people. And I'm going to challenge you not to compete with yourself. I hear a lot of times people saying, well, I'm not in competition with anyone else. I'm in competition with myself. I just want to be the best me that I can be. And I want to be better today than I was last week. And we should strive to improve. After all, we are working to live on our best levels. However, competing against yourself is dangerous. Why do I say that? Self-competition is stupid because you're always on the team of you, whether you play well or not. You shouldn't really compete against yourself. I would challenge that you shouldn't compete against your past self to better your future self. Why? Because if we will pursue wisdom, we can learn from every experience that we have. We can learn from the mistakes. We can learn from the bad choices. We can learn from the we whom we were yesterday that did some foolish things, that didn't think things through. And if I am competing against myself, if I'm competing against Nick from last week, then I'm just going to dismiss Nick because Nick from last week wasn't good. She didn't make the right choice. I don't like the decisions that she made. And so by dismissing the past, you can't learn from it. You can't dismiss it. You can't deny it. You can dig through it, though, and pull out the good stuff. When we're digging through, if you've ever misplaced something valuable in the trash, if you've ever lost a ring or an earring, a piece of jewelry, or even an important piece of paper that you needed, some documentation, and it was in the trash, you dig through it if you can salvage it. That's what we have to do with the past. That's what we have to do with our history. We've got to dig through it, rummage through it. Don't hold on to the bad. Don't hold on to the stinky stuff. Don't hold on to the crazy, but dig through it, work through it. Let go of what you can't change, but pull out the good. The good is the wisdom that we gain from it. The good is the lesson. The good is the takeaway that says, I wish I hadn't learned this the hard way, but now that I've learned it, I'm definitely going to make a note to self and apply it so I don't have to go through the experience because I've extracted the wisdom. So I challenge you, don't compete against yourself, not even your poor self, not even the dumb self who fell in love with the wrong person. Don't compete against yourself because you're on the team of you. You can't live on your best level hating yourself. You can't embrace, you can't learn from yourself if you're downing yourself, if you're disgusted with yourself, if you are hating on yourself. So do not compete. Let this be the last day that you compete with another person. Let it be the last day that you compete for validation. Let it be the last day you compete even with yourself. Make a plan. There's no competition. My mantra is I don't compete. I complete. So I've moved away from competition. I've moved away from balancing or critiquing myself against someone else. Well, I'm not as good because I don't do this as well, or this does not come as naturally or easily to me as it did. I don't compete against myself about things that I perhaps don't do as well now as I did at another stage in life. So I just don't compete. What that frees me to be is void of condemnation. It frees me to not be constantly comparing myself. It frees me to take my energy and to invest the energy that I would have spent trying to measure up into the actual activity. I can do what I'm doing well. I can discover what my best level is because I don't have the background noise of self-talk saying, you're not enough. You're not as good as this person. You're not going to be as good as that at this person. And the results are amazing. Of course, I coach myself. So my best client is me. My best advertisement is myself. So I've been practicing these strategies and applying them, and the results have just been awesome. This week, I had a great week with a corporate client who had wonderful numbers. Their numbers are increased. They're pleased. We've had some sustained performance for over 4 months. And so the quarter is going strong. What was exciting is when I stopped competing, even with my coworkers, what I discovered was not only did we increase overall, but my team still ended up on top. It wasn't a competition. We didn't need to be on top, but we were. What am I telling you? When you take the energy that you're putting into competition and into beating someone, and you convert that energy not into creaming someone, not into beating someone, not into shaming someone or being better, but if you put that energy just into doing your best, discovering what your best is, there's what I call the trap of talent. When you're talented or gifted at a few things, it's very easy to skate by. You can skate by on personality or charisma, and you can go for years or decades or even one's whole life not doing your best because you're pretty good was good enough for other people. Don't settle for what other people accept. If it's not your personal best, do it over. Do it again. Do it right. Do it on your best level. Because that's what this is about. This is about a life that's enjoyable. This is about cultivating vision. It's about understanding your purpose and clarifying your intention. Your intention is not to go through life in competition, but just do your best. Live on your best level. What does your best level look like in your relationships? What does your best look like in your marriage? What does it mean for you to give the best to your children, the best at work, the best in your ministry? What does it mean to take the best care of your body and your health that you possibly can? How are we going to do our best in every area this weekend? I'm going to work on some things. One of my missions is giving people the best of my attention and my time, the best of my presence when we are in dialogue together. So I'm really focused heavy on that. What's your best? What does your best level look like? I want to burn that question into your mind. I want you to go through the weekend and the month and the rest of this year thinking, is this my best level? Because that's what we need. We've got to live on our best level. Your best level may not be my best level, but if you get to your best level and you share the tools of how you got there, and I can tell you how I got to my best level and we put it together, we're all going to go higher. We're all going to be better, and we can all live on our best level. I'm Nicole Azaán, your VIP coach, signing off. Live on your best level today.